All the roller coasters consist of two key parts, the drop tower and the fun part, in this case the fatal part. It's built to end the life of a human being with pleasure and elegance.
It was all a dream.
Okay. This is the death machine. Careful. Little bump. Yep. Oops. Nope. I think it went to Beijing, but it came back quite soon because it was banned. That's why it got this red dot. It means in the customs that it cannot go further. And what is so beautiful about this piece of art or masterpiece of engineering is that it's not built to be built.
It was so clear, I still remember. I'd risen from the fiery embers. I'd risen from the fiery embers.
And you see, it's so beautiful to see some traces of other exhibitions. So actually, it's here. We have just the roller coaster. It doesn't say that it's a death coaster, but it is something sinister. There is a blackness in here. It would take quite a few minutes to get up, and it would take a lot of time to think of your decision. If you are okay on top of it, you are really serious about your decision. Then, if you're okay, you are dropped down, you free fall, you reach something like 400-500 kilometers per hour until you reach so-called terminal velocity. And here at the very bottom, all of a sudden, you are getting into so-called loop. You're pushed against the seat so much that the blood goes down. And what happens is just basically there is a lack of oxygen in your brain. Your brain starts to suffocate. You lose consciousness with euphoria. An unconscious body is being ridden until you die. It's a legal way of dying. It's not much about killing the body but the brain. If it doesn't die, you can repeat as many times as you want. During the Soviet times, when I was a child, my father was running a small Soviet amusement park. After my childhood, I took over my father's position. I was running the park myself. But at that time, I realized I had something very unique in me, very unique kind of knowledge and skills. Do you know any example of art where people queue up for this kind of vomit-inducing machinery and spend 2-3 hours to have a 1-minute ride? I thought there is something unique in that. This kind of insight was driving me to such an extent that I quit my job and started to do artistic research on the topic of what at that time called gravitational aesthetics. And this is where some very first examples of gravitational aesthetics started to pop up. One of them is Euthanasia Coaster.
I see alien babies. I see leeches in cans. I see forever glass noodles.
Usually when it comes to such topics like, for example, contemporary rituals of death, these are forgotten just because we live in these times when death is almost divorced from the cultural life of ours. I want to raise these issues and not to say it's bad or good, but to make people aware of these unique kind of circumstances under which they live and to allow them freely and safely discuss such sensitive topics.
I'm so happy.